I want you to do something real quick for me. I want you to take today to actually acknowledge the things that your partner is doing right. So I want you to catch your partner doing something right. Oftentimes we focus too much on what they've done wrong, all the mistakes that they made, how they didn't take out the trash, how they didn't help out with the kids, how they don't help out with homework, how they're not sexually available. Like, we have all of these negative perceptions of what our partner does wrong. But I want you to take today to actually spend time creating a space and thinking about the things that your partner is doing right in you guys' relationship. So oftentimes we focus on, how that person stepped on our toe. They stepped on our toe, right? But we don't focus on the times where they have navigated around stepping on our toe to avoid injuring us, right? And so I want you to have that same perception. I want you to think about the times where or when you have felt loved, when you have felt appreciated, when you have felt like your partner helped you, when you have felt worthy. Like, I want you to think of all of those times when your partner has made you feel that way. And I want you to do something simple. I want you to tell them how you feel. I want you to acknowledge that they did something right. I have a couple that I work with often, and he always says, I don't need for you to tell me thank you, or I don't need for you to acknowledge when I do something right, because I know that these are things that just need to be done. And while that's all well and good, I think as humans, we want to be loved, we want to be appreciated, we want to be acknowledged when we are doing something good, right, and our partner is feeling wonderful about that. And so I think that's how bitterness and guilt and shame and stuff that just stays built all in the inside, I think that's how that festers and manifests, because we don't take the time to acknowledge the good stuff. So even if your relationship is not in the best place right now, even if it's rocky, even if you don't like him right now, even if you don't like her right now, even if she getting on your nerves, even if whatever the case may be, I want you to do a simple task and just tell her. And it could just be one thing a day. Out of all the things that we do a day, wake up in the morning, brush our teeth, wash our face, wash clothes, call in, text, pick up the kids, drop off the kids, do homework. Out of all the things that we do each and every day, I am pretty sure that you can find at least one small, simple thing that you can thank your partner for. And you never know why or what they may need that for in the moment. Right? So oftentimes you might have a bad day at work and you just need some encouragement from somebody that you love. And so to come home and be like, you know what, thank you, babe, for sending me that text this morning, telling me good morning. Or thank you for taking out the trash. I know you hate doing it. Just acknowledging the small things. And I'm sure that this will create an environment where you guys can continue to keep that ball rolling. Because when you do that to your partner, right? And they start to see, man, she's appreciating me. She's loving on me more. She's giving me words of affirmation, right? Even if that's not your love language, that's still beneficial for a relationship. She's giving me all of this stuff. It's going to, in return, make your partner reciprocate and do the same things to you and for you. And so it's going to create an environment in your relationship, in your marriage, in your home, where you guys this is going to be the norm, right? And can you imagine if you had kids and your kids see you guys praising and acknowledging one another and saying thank you and I appreciate that you did that? It's going to instill those same values within your children. And then you're going to look up and your kid's going to be doing the same thing to you. And you're going to be doing that to your kid. And it's going to create a long-lasting legacy of people who appreciate and cultivate relationships. And so when we do small things like this, we don't understand how impactful it can be. And I want you to carry this on for as long as possible. I want you to think, literally, what can I acknowledge my partner? What did he or she do that I can acknowledge, right? And then I want you to go and tell that person. It can be via text. It can be face to face. It can be in a cute little love note that you leave, in his wallet, and you can drop it in her purse. So when she finds this, it's like, oh, this is a little gift, right? So, there's so many different creative ways and things that you can do, but I think that this is a way to just build up that fire and that trust and that acknowledgement in a relationship, because nobody wants to be caught doing wrong stuff all the time. When you are waiting for somebody just to constantly blame you, or your self-talk is already like, when she get home, she gonna be yelling that the kitchen ain't clean, that the dishes ain't washed, that blah blah blah, the house is blown up with all the toys on the floor, like she gonna be yelling. If that's your narrative that you already have of your partner, right, when they do something counter to that or different than that, you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be like, oh, she came home, she didn't yell. Oh, okay. She said thank you. What's wrong with you today? And it may take some getting used to, but I think this is a powerful tool that you want to incorporate into your relationship, hands down. It's almost like positive reinforcement in what we do with kids, right? When you have told a kid over and over and over that they're not doing well, and you did this wrong, and no, that was not good, you're a bad boy, you're a bad girl, they start to internalize that negativity, right? And not only do they internalize it, but that is how they see themselves, and then they're going to have a negative perception about you, because it's like, dang, she don't give me no type of positive nothing, it's all negative. And I want you guys to think about when you do and praise kids naturally, right? We do that all the time. Good job, you pee-peed on the potty. Oh, great job, you used your words. You said thank you. Oh, you cleaned up after yourself. You picked up your toys. Great job. We do all of this positive reinforcement with children. We do that for a reason, so they can continue that behavior and know that this is something good that they want to embody as a life skill, And so think about how we get away from that narrative and away from that positive reinforcement as adults, right? We don't do it as frequently. We get things from different, what's it called? We get rewards and all of that in different ways as adults. Like a paycheck is a reward. Like we don't have to have someone sit down and be like, well, thank you so much for that. But think about when someone does thank you and does show appreciation, and they give you a random gift, or, they send you an email and say, you have changed my life. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for saying this. Thank you for, giving me money when you didn't have to, or whatever the case may be. It makes you feel good internally. And that is the goal here, for you to feel good about what you're doing in your relationship. And in response, your partner is going to feel good about you as well. And so that will set you on the track. If you guys are not in a good spot, it'll set you on track, right, to be better. But if you guys are already doing well, this will just amplify the fire and the spice that's in your relationship. So I hope this was helpful. I want you to catch your partner doing something right. Until next time, be blessed.